Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's midnight, and today we're going to be checking out a game called Solarpunk. It just came out on Steam June 8th. If you want to check it out, you can. We're going to check it out in the video together, and we're going to play through as far as the tutorial would be getting you. So like a bed and setting up our first house and a few little farms. So we're going to go to My Worlds. We're going to go to Create New World. We're going to stick with Standard, which is default hunger and thirst consumption. Inventory drops upon death, and lightning can hit and hurt you. So that means in storms, we want a house or a structure to be in. So let's call this world second times the charm. We're going to call it that because I've already tried to film this video once, and my computer wanted to do something real not very smart of it and not let me actually record the video. So, I guess that world name's not gonna work, so let's just call it New World, shall we? Yeah, okay, so that one works. I guess the other one was just too long. So, the tip, it says growing raspberries early on is essential for securing a steady food supply. They also satisfy thirst a little bit. So that's good to keep in mind. If we don't have a source of water, we can eat raspberries and they'll give us thirst. So we're waking up on our starter island here. And we're gonna start. It gives us let's see, it gives us a axe, some honey bread, some watermelon juice, and some raspberries. So I'm gonna hit tab to open my inventory. I'm gonna put that stuff there, and I'm gonna move that to the last slot there. We're gonna go ahead and start with getting some wood, because wood is going to be very important for this game. It's basically the basis for building basically everything in the game. You'll notice it drops saplings, so we're going to plant the saplings back that we get as well. Let's get this sapling. Let's see if we can find some sticks and rocks laying around, because obviously it looks like we're going to need another axe. Grab that rock there. We're going to grab these raspberries. You'll notice that plants that you can harvest or things you can pick up kind of have a glowing light to them. So I guess it's really things you can pick up with your hand without any sort of special, like, mining type thing. We're trying to sprint. Notice it says we're too hungry to sprint, so we're going to eat some of these raspberries, pick up this rock, pick up this stick. Come up here and harvest this tree. I believe it's going to be enough for us to make another axe. F is how you open the crafting menu, and we need one more stick, so let's make another stick by using the planks we got. Finish chopping the tree. And then we're going to plant some sapling. And we're going to continue down the path this way. So there's a chest there with another raspberry, so we're going to come over here. We can sprint now that we got our hunger up. We're going to grab this raspberry. You'll notice things we harvest, like the raspberry and cotton, so far have given us seeds. So this is 4 raspberries, 16 stone, and 8 sticks. We're going to hit collect. And we're going to continue on again as well. See what we have down here. I believe this is going to be where we set up our base. So we want to get that going. Got this stick as well. So we need to make a crafting table. So let's make our crafting table. We're going to place our crafting table here. We need a pickaxe, so let's grab a pickaxe. And we're going to make a hoe, because we need the hoe. And we need a watering can to garden as well as the hoe. So let's kind of rearrange our hotbar a bit. We're going to fill up our watering can. I'm going to set a plot for the wheat and the strawberries currently. You press and hold left click to till the spot. You press and hold right click to fill up the watering can. So this is going to be our strawberry or raspberry spot. Sorry, not strawberries, they're raspberries. Although that says berry seeds. And you press and hold left click to water the spot. Now, they get dark when they're watered, and they turn back to this light brown color when they're not watered. So we're going to continue to water our crops. We're going to now we're going to have to mine this rock out of our way first. But we're going to fix a plot for the cotton. We only have 1 cotton seed currently, but cotton will be very important. It's how we make cotton, which I'll show you here in a little bit. We need for quite a few things. to progress the game. So we're going to plant the cotton. We're going to fill our watering can up because that's not going to be enough water to water this sunflower. We're going to go ahead and water it all even though we don't have anything planted. The next thing we want to really get is a research table, which we need cloth for, which I believe we have the one cotton to make, so we're going to go ahead and make our research table. We're going to put that right here as well, and you see we need the rain collector, which I'm going to go ahead and unlock. That way we can go ahead and get it for collecting water when it rains. You'll notice if you do play the game that the only way to collect drinkable water is via the rain collector. I don't know if that's subject to change. I don't know. Basically, all I know is what they put in their watch before you buy video on Steam, their Steam store page. Other than that, I don't really know very much about the game. I didn't really do any research on the game before I bought it. I just went with that. So let's get the rain collector. We need more sticks. We can take some of the planks we got and of course turn them into sticks as you've already seen. Get this rain collector. Let's actually make 2. That way we have 2 for plenty of water when it rains. Okay, let's continue through this. Again, we need more wood. Basically, everything takes wood. There's another piece of cotton up here, and jumping in the game is not the greatest thing I've noticed. Let's see if we have any more cotton anywhere. Come this way. You'll notice some ores. I'm not going to mine those just yet. But it's now raining, so that the rain collectors will fill up and give us more water to drink in game. Let's see what else we've got over here. I'm not seeing any more cotton. There, that way when we get down, we can plant it back. Alright. So, we do need to collect more wood. Let's get to collecting some wood so we can get those unlocked and then also get enough to start building our first structure in game. Because you'll notice when I make a bed that it will not let me place a bed unless there is a roof over the bed. So, and I've noticed based off of what little, like, in-game time I've done, and the last video that I tried to record and didn't succeed at, that, it takes a lot of wood to make a house. A lot. It is not cheap. And you don't really get a lot of wood when you break a tree. And they're not very big trees. So, let's see if we got any saplings. And they go through axes, and obviously you can tell the 4 slots or 8 slots that I made for the garden goes through the hoe durability. At least you the saplings are kind of renewable. Sometimes you get more than one sapling per tree. I'm gonna drink while it's still pretty early in the rain, and we're gonna go through and unlock some of these mini. And then we need more sticks and more cotton to make we're gonna also make this survival guide. It's basically where you can go to look up any questions. Did it not make it? That you might have in game. So, alright, let's research the bed here. And then you'll notice here we have to have build hammer and beeswax. So, we need more sticks for the build hammer, which is going to be important for building. So I want to go ahead and get that. We need more stone, some more things. And then for a bed, I want to go ahead and make a bed. We need 1 cloth. And 2 cotton. So we gotta wait for our cotton to grow. We need to get more. Let's clear this space out for our house here. That'll give us more stone as well. It takes quite a bit of durability to mine things, break things. Now, the rocks themselves, they're not super bad, but I do believe that like the ores over there, they take quite a bit of durability. Now, this looks like a rock, but it's not actually going to give us stone, or it's going to give us sand, which we need sand for making glass, which is not achievable currently at the stage we are in the game. I've not temperature the sound of it. I don't know what exactly it's going to give us. But we're going to try it. We also need to make a beehive. So notice this is the only thing under the animal category currently. But there is more animal stuff in game later. We just have to unlock it. According to that video, like I said, mentioned on their Steam store page, it's very animal husbandry is very important later on in the game. Let's start getting our foundation going. So you press and hold right click on with the hammer in your hand, and it opens up this build wheel, and this is all your bits of the house. I'm going to start with the foundation, and you'll notice it's saying foundation too low, increase foundation height. So you can tell below. You press and hold T, and it looks like you would scroll your mouse up and down, but you actually push your mouse forward, or pull it towards you to change the height of the build foundation. So we're going to do something like this. You'll notice how much wood that took. It takes 3 per foundation. So now we have to go get more wood, which is why I was so adamant about replanting the saplings that we got, because it's going to be a very wood-intensive game here. So, back to mining. It's also going to be a very farming-intensive game. There doesn't appear to be any like hostile mobs as of yet, but I'm sure that could always change. But supposedly you can automate all like the farming. And by all the farming, I mean like as far as like watering your crops, because you have to keep the crops watered, and when it's not raining, that can be very time intensive. So harvesting that should now give us enough cotton to make a bed, which it does. I'm going to put that in my inventory for now. So I have to keep an eye on the crops to make sure they don't need more water, because I do believe that that affects their growth. And that floating ship is the, according to that video, is the merchant, or like trader in the game. You go through him to unlock more building stuff, the electronic, like the automation stuff. That's how you get it. If you want to see more of this game, you can always just let me know in the comments below. As of right now, I'm not really planning on doing a super big series on it. Just this kind of like introduction video to the game. I don't have any affiliation with the creators of the game. It was just something that I saw on Steam, and I was like, hey, I might as well give it a try. And why not make a video on it while I'm at it? Also, I did want to kind of let y'all know that for the next 2.5-ish, 3 weeks, that videos will be pre-recorded. So I will see comments that you make on the videos, but due to like vacations and things like that, I will not be able to actually implement anything that you comment into any of the videos or any of the games that I'm playing until I am back from vacation. If you also notice, that stick wasn't there earlier, and neither was this rock, I don't believe. So sticks and rocks kind of like respawn on their own over time. And you'll notice here that the wood stacks up to 32. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start some walls. I'm going to have to do a little trick here, because you have to have your wall or your bed placed, like I said, placed under a roof. You press R to rotate your roof here. I want my bed here, but you'll notice when I put it in my hand that I can't get it there. It won't let me, it says it's colliding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my axe, I'm going to press and hold the R button, and that gets rid of that wall, but you'll notice it doesn't affect the roof, so I can still put my bed here. And I am going to put my bed there, and then I'm going to take my hammer back out, and I'm going to just replace that wall. We're going to get the rest of the walls in. Hopefully we have enough wood, and we do. And then I'm going to put this door. Now I would want the door with the window, but you can see I don't have any glass. We haven't gotten there, or the ability to make that yet. So I'm going to mouse over the door, and I'm going to come out to the second section and pick this solid door. And that's going to give me the door without the windows. Then I'm going to just work on the roof on the rest of the house, which again, I'm not going to have enough wood to do, but I'll have enough wood to get a decent amount done. But you'll notice I don't have the corners here, so I am going to need more wood. Now you can set your spawn point here. So look at the pillow, press E, that'll set your spawn point. So you notice how it says this is your spawn point. Press E to sleep, and you'll lay in bed, and then it will skip the night. And you'll notice that when I wake up and look at the bed, the same spot that I could press E before to sleep, it says you can only sleep at night. So, let's go get some more wood. Try to get a more mature tree. I don't know if that affects how much wood you get. It would make sense if it did, but again, I'm not sure. More trees. I can't walk through that tree to get that one. The collision is a little bit of an annoyance, in my opinion, in this game. Because it affects, like, let's say I was chopping the other tree, and then it took it a while to fall, and then when it finally fell, it landed on that one. I wouldn't have been able to finish mining it until that tree respawned. So, that should be enough to finish the roof. And again, we want roofs because lightning can strike and kill you. Or hurt you at least. I don't know if it can actually kill you, but I would imagine if it can hurt you, it can kill you. Let's press R, rotate that into place. That one's already done. And then I'm going to go back to the walls, and I'm going to pick this one, and that's going to fill in our eaves here. Again, press R to rotate. I have enough. I just need one more piece of wood plank to finish the eaves there. So this should finish it. Like I said, I want to replant all the trees that I can. And then I'm going to come over here, and I am going to grab this again. We're going to check our honey. We're going to harvest our honey. We can harvest our honey, which also now means that when our house is done, we can upgrade that. Because we need that. Grab these berries. We're going to make another hammer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my axe here. I'm going to pick up my crafting bench and my research table. And I am going to place them inside. that completes the house. For the most part, you'll notice that we have the ability in here to make candles. We don't have. You can also make a torch. I don't know what we would refuel it with. We might look into that in another episode if y'all determine that that's what y'all want to see as another episode of this series. I'm still getting used to the controls, so currently I don't believe we have any sort of like F5 mode like in Minecraft. So I'm just going to stand here and we're going to look at our farm we started in our house. I want to say thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. If you do want to see another video in this game, just let me know in the comments below as well. I want to thank you all for watching. See y'all later. Bye.